My name is Larry Klayman. I'm the chairman and general counsel of Freedom Watch. I'm also a former federal prosecutor, and I'm the founder of Judicial Watch as well, my former group. Today I'm here to educate the American people on the cover-up that's been perpetrated by FBI Director James Comey and those in and around him at the Obama Justice Department. Just yesterday, Sunday, November 6th, the FBI director issued another letter, this one going to Congress as well and to the media, saying that he had searched through his special agents 650,000 emails which were recently found on the computer of the husband of Huma Abedin, that's Anthony Weiner. These emails were thought to be incriminating emails, thought to be new emails that have never been seen. Yet, the director came out with a statement that he found nothing new. Now let me tell you how this sham has been perpetrated, because I've seen it over and over again in the last several years when we seek documents at the State Department. We have a number of Freedom of Information Act lawsuits pending, and we've asked for documentation. But what the State Department does is they don't look at each document. They come up with these search terms, very narrow, phony search terms. Then they come back to the courts and say they have nothing. I predicted over a week ago, when Comey first said that these emails were available in Anthony Weiner's computer, that this is what the FBI was going to do to clear Hillary Clinton before the election. They come up with very narrow search terms, phony search terms. No one knows what they are. They're secret. And now the FBI director has given Mrs. Clinton a clean bill of health right before the election. And why did he do this? He did this because he's protecting his own skin. He put his own personal interests ahead of the interests of the American people. He knows and has known that if he goes against Hillary Clinton, particularly if she's elected president, that he has no future in Washington, that he'll be destroyed both in terms of his reputation with the Democrats and perhaps destroyed personally. We know that many people have perished during Clinton administrations, more than the law of average. We also know that the courts have not enforced the rule of law. We, Judicial Watch and others, have lawsuits pending in front of the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia. Nearly all of these judges are appointees of Bill Clinton himself and President Barack Obama. They owe their allegiance to these Democratic presidents, and they have slow-rolled cases and they have covered things up. We have consistently asked for discovery to find out how these searches were being conducted. Those requests have been consistently denied. Only in one instance, with Judge Emmett Sullivan, has there been any discovery, and he wouldn't allow for Hillary Clinton's deposition. Of course, she couldn't remember anything when she answered written questions instead of oral questions, which are very important to get to the truth. And just recently, I asked Emmett Sullivan, because we have a case pending in front of him too, a companion case to Judicial Watch's cases, if we could have Huma Abedin brought back to learn about these 650,000 emails. Of course, the answer was no. So where do we stand today? We stand on the edge of a national election that will elect a president. Regardless of who wins, we have seen just how corrupt our legal system is, just how corrupt the FBI has become under Director Comey, just how corrupt the district court in Washington, D.C. has become under these Clinton and Obama judges in particular. The American people are left defenseless. American people have no court system that will protect them. They don't have an executive branch that will, with President Obama and perhaps President Clinton in the future. They don't have a legislative branch that does anything that means anything other than to get their faces on Fox News. And I'm talking about Jason Chaffetz and the Government Reform and Oversight Committee that has not held one individual accountable in 8 years. We are in a situation similar to what Ayn Rand predicted with Atlas Shrugged, the famous book. The American people have been cut loose from their government. It's sinking fast. And perhaps if God has any plan here, it's this country is going to be brought down to rock bottom and then have to be built up again. I advocate peaceful, nonviolent, second American revolution to bring back this country to where it was before. Something will need to be done. And as I said in my last YouTube, which has been published out in various social media, I'm going to be calling for a third constitutional convention right after the inauguration of whoever president is involved, because we need to have an alternative government here. We need to have real people who are honest, who are ethical, who will do what's right for the American people and for themselves. We don't have that now. What we have is a corrupt system run by both Democrats and Republicans, scratching their own backs. It's like the National Football League. There's the American Conference, there's the National Conference. But they're all stuffing money into their pockets in Washington, D.C. We have a corrupt media. We have an electoral system which frankly is rigged. There is a great deal of election fraud. Whatever result comes out of this election, frankly, I don't know if it can be believed. But it is a crisis. And I'm telling you, please, think about it. Contact me at Freedom Watch. You can find us at www.freedomwatchusa.org. That's www.freedomwatchusa.org. We need to rise up. We need to restore our republic right now. It's more than broken. We're in a disastrous condition. God save the United States of America. God bless you.